Hello children, I once again welcome you back to your EVS classes. We were going through chapter number 15, Communication. In this chapter, we have studied that the process of sharing our thoughts and feelings with others is called communication, and the various methods we use to communicate are called means of communication. The different means of communication we are using in our day-to-day lives are telephone, letter writing, emails, sending messages, etc. So we have studied about a letter, how we send our messages through letters. Now today we will study about how communication was done in the post. How did people send messages before these modern means of communication were invented? Long, long ago, people sent smoke signals or beat the drum to spread some messages. Sometimes they sent out pigeons with pieces of paper tied to their feet. There were also men who traveled long distances on foot to deliver letters. So, here, children, it is clear that in the earlier days, people used smoke signals, like they burned something, and from the smoke coming out from that thing, it informed the people that some message is required to be delivered, or they used to beat the drum to spread the messages. And even pigeons were used. They were all trained pigeons. They were used to send messages. Letters were tied to their feet properly so that they may not get hurt, and they were asked to deliver it to the place where they wanted. Okay, and there were also people who carried the message, who traveled long distances on foot, and later on they started using horse or other animals also before the invention of the means of transportation. Okay, now let us go through the journey of a letter. A letter is one of the oldest means of communication. We can write a letter to a person living in the same city or in a different city or country. When we write a letter, how does it reach the person to whom we sent it? Let us look at the journey of a letter. So here, children, you should know very clearly that letters were the means of communication which was used in olden days also. Okay, and letters can be sent to the person living in the same city also, or in some other city also. Okay, so now here we will study about the journey of a letter. So when we write a letter, we put it inside an envelope, paste a stamp on it, and write the address on the envelope. We post the letter in the letter box, and then the postman collects the letters and takes them to the post office. So here, children, when you want to deliver a message to someone through WhatsApp, you should know the contact number of that person. In the same way, when you want to write a letter to a particular person, you should know the address of that person. So what we have to do, after writing a letter, we put it inside an envelope, and then we put a stamp on it. That stamp is the service charge which we will pay for the letter to be posted, and then we write the address of that person to whom we want our letter to be delivered. Okay, on the envelope we will write the address, and after that we will put the letter in the letter box. Later on, the postman will collect all the letters from the letter box and will take them to the post office. Now the next step is, in the post office, the letters are sorted according to the address and then sent to different towns and cities. And then the postman collects letters from the post offices of these cities and distributes them to the addresses written on them. So here, children, when the letters reaches the post office, or when the postman takes the letters to the post office, there they sort out the letters according to the address or according to the different cities or places where they are supposed to be delivered. Okay, and then they are sent to those particular cities or towns, and there in the post office, the postman used to collect those letters and deliver it to the person whom we have written the letter. Okay, the postman goes to the house of all the persons whose letters have come. Okay, so that way the letter reaches the house of our friends and relatives, but we need to write the correct address on the envelope, or else the letter will not reach to the right person. Okay, now let's talk. What is your favorite means of communication and why? Think about it, children. Which is your favorite means of communication and why do you think it is your favorite means of communication? So, this much for today, children. Next day, we will pick up a new topic. Till then, take care. Thank you.